Hey everyone, just want to showcase a new preemptive strategy I've been, thinking about for a while, but I actually haven't tried it out until now. I call it hitbox wiggling. As you can see here, I am toggling on and off hitboxes, and sometimes the spikes will wiggle for me. This one is not a wiggle. This one, however, is a little wiggly. This one is wiggling the most, though. And so hopefully, Dasan, what the? So what's up with that? Well, I'm saying I think because I don't actually know, but I think it has something to do with this little thing in the spawner and how it has a hitbox, but it also affects other things. But basically what it is you toggle on and off your hitboxes, or at least the theory is if you toggle on and off hitboxes, only a spawner spike will wiggle. In practice, this doesn't always work. I've had it before that like some chests and like some like zombies or something will wiggle, but if it's a spawner, it is 100% gonna wiggle. Sometimes you're gonna get false spikes. I mean, you get false spikes in preemptive though. Regardless, so this will just it'll cut out a few false spikes. But you still have to, have your nav down pat. Oh, there you go. I'm definitely a runner who's carried by preemptive. My nav is terrible. I never learned it right. Getting a little bit of a wiggle here. That's not actually a wiggle. I'll try that. I don't like how there's a big green spike, but okay. There's a big green spike sometimes I get concerned about entities interfering with it, but as long as it's the orange that's wiggling and not the green pushing it while it is wiggling, then it's a wiggle. So as you can see, I'm not good at nav. All right. Okay, did I at least get the spike? Okay, I did. It was just a weird backwards. I did get the spike. Okay. Little wiggle. No wiggle. We are getting a bit of a wiggle here. I'll just make sure though. Yeah, so it's mostly the biggest wiggle that we're getting is to the left. Okay, well, this is just gonna, go around, so. Okay. So, like I said, sometimes you're gonna get false spikes. Not really making a great case for myself here, but we're getting a wiggle back here. And it's a spawner, so if you're big on like the preemptive like numbers and stuff, I mean, you probably won't need this. It's a bit of a wiggle. Seems really linear anyways, so. Let's make sure you're not moving your mouse. Because I've heard that targeting a block will actually, you can see the green is wiggling. The orange isn't, but the green is. It's not gonna interfere, but I mean this is really linear nav. I don't think this is even a library. So I mean that's kind of free, but now I should note that all spawners will wiggle. So a mine shaft is going to interfere pretty hard with your nav. This is ocean exposed, so preemptive is weird anyway, but little wiggle. Whoa. Okay. Big wiggle. No wiggle. So we got a larger spike with the wiggle, or smaller spike with a bigger wiggle. So looks like I was wrong to trust that. Okay, well, it's ocean exposed, so that's my cope. Double library, yeah. But I did get that spike, though. I just didn't trust it, because I don't actually know the nuances of this. No wiggle. Little wiggle. Big wiggle. Oh. So sometimes you're just gonna get an easy one, like, I mean, that one's gimme. I mean, that one's probably a gimme for just like numbers players too, but I guess I'm getting a wiggle. Okay, I'm getting a wiggle here. That's not where I want to go. Oh, never mind. Yeah. Little wiggle. Oh. So like I said, still have to what? Still have to suss out a few false spikes here and there. But if it's a spawner, it should wiggle. Sometimes, like you saw, chests will also do that, but that's a wiggle. This is a bit less of a wiggle. That's actually not a wiggle at all, now that I look at it. Sometimes the spike will kind of wiggle on its own a little bit when you open the pie chart, but it should be pretty clear if it's wiggling or not from the start. Just because like a pie chart that's like loading in will have a different sort of movement than you know, a pie chart that is actually wiggling. By the way, that was a crazy move. Yeah, I'm not gonna say that this is a better way to preemptive, because I'm sure, you know, the counting way is a bit more scientific. I think I'm getting a bit of a wiggle. Getting the biggest wiggle here, but I don't really trust it. Maybe I should. Oh, yeah, okay, well. That'll definitely do it. Yeah, this is just messed up. So, if you get a mine shaft, you kind of just lose. I mean, you lose with preemptive with the mine shaft anyways. But you'll be more protected from the typical false spike. You can see that one is actually the green one wiggling, less so than the orange one. I'm not sure if that is. That might be a wiggle. There's no other wiggle, I'll go for it. Yeah, okay. Okay, well, where am I going? Okay, I guess that was correct, but it was just terrible. All right. One last time for the fans. We got a bunch of spikes. This is no wiggle. Okay, that's not a wiggle. That's just something happened. I don't know. Bunch of spikes. Only one wiggle, so we know it's that one. Even if I missed the nav, the spike is still correct. Right, guys? Right, guys? There you go. But yeah, like I said, this isn't like a better way to preemptive. I think it's just easier. Oh. Does it wiggle? It is a wiggle, guys. I think it might be it. Come on. Fine. But I think it definitely is an easier way. I think you're gonna get less. I think this is better for a nav noob like myself, who is completely reliant on a good preemptive. But obviously, still need good nav. But I think this is good to know. In case you have to look through a couple spikes in your stronghold. Getting a little wiggle here. Okay, more defined wiggle over here. That's wrong. Okay. And I'm doing a bit slow, like I said. I'm doing mostly for demonstration purposes. Just so that you know what's going on. But yeah, hope this can help out with your nav. Okay. And you know, good luck on your runs and stuff. I should say before I go that in theory this could be used for like sussing out a false spike for a BT. But I tried it and it's weird. I don't know. For now I'd say keep it to preemptive.